What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fresh on Clips. It's Noah Baskin, and I'm here with Luca Kassab.
Let's get right into it. So, last time we spoke, James Harden was a Los Angeles Clipper. 0-4 since then. Losses to the Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets without a center, the Dallas Mavericks, and let's not forget, in a game where after the first quarter we were winning, but we got outscored in the second quarter, 47-18. And today to the Memphis Grizzlies. This Clippers team, they just have too many problems. I could go on about it all day, but my big ones are defense, rebounding, and turnovers. James Harden's not helping it with any of this. So we'll see what happens. But with the Clippers, right now, it's awful.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Turnovers, rebounding, it's it's pathetic. It's not fun to watch at all.
Rebounding, let's start with that. So our big man play, it's been flat out awful. Visa Zubas, fan favorite. Luca Kassab, all-star. But his step back, both offensively and defensively, something that needs to be investigated. Even more so, his free throw shooting. Dude's been, ever since I saw him first play for the Clippers, 75-80% free throw shooter in that realm. This year, he's been awful. It's never 2 for 2, 1 for 2, or 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Consistently allowing offensive rebounds. Look at the Nets game. 4 offensive rebounds to Royce O'Neal and Dorian Finney-Smith playing center. And now we'd already lost Plumlee for who knows how long, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Now Musa's hurt too. So guess what? No backup center.
Well, it didn't look too bad. I think he'll be fine. Maybe just like a concussion or something.
We'll see what happens with that. But right now, it's either Zoo needs to step up, play to the level we all know he can. We need to go on the market.
Yeah.
Bring a guy like Nerlens Noel, great defensive guy, would help our terrible defensive rating. Or, maybe we take the fan favorite we're about to retire his jersey route, sign Blake Griffin.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree. We need to sign a center ASAP. I mean, it's atrocious watching us try to rebound. We're getting out rebounded by 5'9" guards on the Memphis Grizzlies, who I've never heard of. Um, just a lot of things like that. It's really frustrating to watch. And quite honestly, this might be the first time in a while I don't really get excited when the Clippers are going to play. So
I've spent this whole, not to be that guy, but I've spent this whole week of Clippers basketball watching them suck the way they have, blow games the same way. I've been
yeah.
laughing at it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, yeah. No, I know we've been having some chats about it during the games. I mean, I say we suck, you say we suck. I mean, like clearly we suck. I mean, there's not an argument about that. Everyone who's watched the Clippers, we're a terrible team right now. Me personally, I know you don't agree with this, right? I know you want us to succeed, but I think just to give it time. I mean, the more games I watch with this team, the harder I believe in it, harder it is to be able to believe in us. But I still want to be positive. And I think just give it like 10, 15 games. And I think once everybody finds their place, I'm not saying we're going to be the best team, but we're definitely not going to be losing to the 1-8 Memphis Grizzlies like this. And I want to be positive no matter how frustrating it is. I think we just got to give it time. I really do.
I'm all for the, time, but I was. But after last season, I'm never giving time again. Last year, Ty Lue, I was giving him time because I know how good of a coach he can be.
Yeah. And
But
he let us down.
look at what he did last year. Now,
Yeah.
this year, as much as I want to sit here saying we need time, all of this, Harden's throwing our system off. And I don't even want to be that
I
guy
know
hating on.
he is the system.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is the system. What a great system. I don't want to be that guy hating on Harden because that was me all of last week. But
Yeah.
let's just go through post trade. Paul George, 17 points per game. Dude was at 28 playing at an MVP caliber level.
Shooting over 50%.
Kawhi, 18.8 points per game from 24. Russ is still hovering about, he's at 14. He was at 15 and a half before. And Harden, out of all people, 13 and a half. This so-called big four, I wouldn't call it a big four. I'd call it a big three and honey bun man. But the four of them right here, they need to be better. And Harden, The guy, look, he's one of the greatest scorers we've ever watched play basketball.
Yeah.
But when you get to a point where you're trying to play make and you're not looking to be aggressive, it's not right for Harden. It's not how he plays.
Yeah, well, I agree with that too, but I think also what it is you can clearly see it like in this past every game I've watched so far. James Harden has a wide open three. Like there's in the Brooklyn Nets game, he had a wide open three. He doesn't shoot it. He pump fakes, takes a dribble, and then shoots it. Or like then he passes it when he should. Like he's being overly unselfish, I think.
Not comfortable off the Cavs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
And
thinking.
I get what he's trying to do. He's coming into a new team. Obviously, it's Kawhi, PG's team. Russ is our third best player. He's not trying to take it away, but I think it's just hurting the team completely. It's messed up the chemistry. We just look like we don't know what's happening out there at all.
On the note of chemistry, before I get back to my little Harden rant, Kawhi Leonard today on how the roles have changed for the Clippers. He said, "We went through a training camp knowing our roles. Losing those guys, you're bringing two new guys. It's just different. On any given night, one's going to have to do that work, right?" And this is coming after PG on Friday saying he's trying to be a glue guy. The whole problem I had with the Harden trade was getting rid of two guys who we knew what they were going to give us every night.
They were the glue guys.
Exactly. They were
Yeah.
the guys who they're going to go pick up, guard your best defender 94 feet.
Yeah.
They're going to sit here boxing out and rebounding. They're going to hit catch and shoot threes. And
Yeah.
that's just something I feel we're not having anymore.
We're lacking that now.
Defensively, lack of energy. Terrence Mann coming back has helped that, to be fair, but having one glue guy in Terrence Mann, one Swiss Army knife. We've seen him even today. He was
Yeah.
playing one, the two, the three, the four, and the five at times.
Yeah.
Nico and Rocco. Go look at what they're doing in Philly right now. Philly looks like a better
They're
team.
6-0 since the trade.
Yeah, they look like a better team. Nico's been hooping for them,
Yeah.
hooping. And Rocco's doing the same thing he did for the Clippers to start the year. Great energy, great hands, catch and shoots when needed, making small winning plays. That is something James Harden does not
Yeah.
bring. And by having Harden here, now we're seeing Paul George, who, in my opinion, has been our best player this season,
By far, yeah.
take a smaller role because he's in his own head thinking, well,
Yeah.
now we have four of us. We should all be getting
I
shots
mean,
up.
he didn't score a basket in the first half of the game against the Mavericks. That's his first scoreless half in his career. And for that just to be because he wants to, try to accommodate James Harden, honestly, it's just completely screwing up our team. He needs to be himself. He's Paul George, he was averaging like 27 points on 50% shooting, 40% from three. He was averaging 50,
Yeah,
40, 90.
56, 54, 95 when we traded for Harden.
Yeah.
Harden on the court in this 4 game stretch. Again, it's a smaller sample size. I'll give it to him, but negative 67 plus minus. Harden
Yeah.
off the court plus minus
Yeah.
positive 24. Russ YMPG since Russ became a Clipper last year, best net rating in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, I think even today, the lineup with Norm, Russ, Norm, PG, and PJ Tucker and Man.
Yeah.
That was when that lineup was in the first half, that was the best lineup. And in the second half, that's the lineup that brought us back in the game. And
Yeah.
then we subbed in Kawhi for PJ Tucker. So it was Kawhi, PG, Russ, Man, and Norm. And so notice Harden's on the bench during that stretch. And that's when we got back and we went up at one point, I think, or even tied it, maybe not went up.
No,
But
we got up. That was when we got
yeah,
back.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So we were up. And then Tyloo subbed in James Harden for Westbrook. Yes, James Harden hit a three, but I just thought that just like in general, we look like a better team. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we look like a better team with Harden on the bench.
Yeah.
So
And to build on that, even in the clutch there, Harden had that second shot attempt where he got it off the rebound, forced
yeah,
that one up.
an airball.
It was forced. It was clearly I hit the last one. This is
Yeah,
what I've done my whole career, so why don't I do it again?
yeah,
I will say, Ty Lue, give him his flowers. He coached a great game today. Perfect
yeah,
rotations, had two stars on the court at all times. Russ and PG together. Harden and Kawhi together because it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah,
PG
today I
and
think was by far the best rotations.
PG and Russ play great together because while Russ is the more ball dominant of the two, it puts PG in a situation where their chemistry is great and he's able to have the ball when needed. And
Yeah.
Russ, on the other hand, isn't used as a catch and shoot guy.
I mean, and we already know Russ and PG had his best season in the NBA, his MVP caliber season on the Thunder with Russ. So we know Russ and PG accommodate each other pretty well.
Yeah. Russ today against the Grizzlies. Again, plus minus, it could be a little not a great stat to some people, but
Yeah.
Russ plus 10, Harden negative 28. And just to put it even more in perspective, PG was a positive 4 plus minus, while Kawhi, I believe, was a negative 18 plus minus. And that's because Kawhi played more minutes with Harden, whereas Russ and
Yeah.
PG played more minutes together.
Yeah.
I'll give you my solution. I was initially convinced, okay, well, we need to have three of our big guys start, then Zoo's the center, and then that fourth spot goes to Terrence Mann. Initially, I was all for Russell Westbrook. You're coming off the bench. You're the worst of the four. But after watching today and watching how much he needs the ball in the bench unit with
Yeah.
Harden and Kawhi, come to the conclusion. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Terrence Mann, Zubas have to be the starting five.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
when Harden comes off the bench, and truly, if Harden wants to win as much as he was saying he wanted to, he better be willing to adjust to this.
Yeah.
Ty Lue will never do this, yes. But that is the only way we'll win because we're starting off slow. Like even today, we allowed Memphis 8 points in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Russ starts, look, and same thing we had. Russ with the bench unit. Look at the Mavs game. That did not work out. Russ fits best with PG and Kawhi, whereas Harden can be more ball dominant and make plays and look for his own shot with the bench unit. More defense for the starting five, and then PG and Kawhi don't have to guard the best player to start games, and they get more shots right away. More energy. We get to play faster, which is the big key to me.
Yeah.
And it just means that it doesn't mean Harden's not going to finish games.
Yeah.
I'm all for, as much as I love Russell Westbrook, the dude gives me heart attacks in the clutch because of how he plays, missed layups, turnovers. I'm okay.
The air ball threes.
Yeah, so if we have Harden, I'm all cool with Harden, PG, Kawhi, Terrence Mann, and whoever the fifth is closing games.
Yeah. Well, and even if Harden comes off the bench, he will be in with PG and Kawhi at some point. Just like it's not but like I totally agree. I think him coming off the bench is the solution, at least right now, or the first step we have to go to start this solution.
For Harden, I see a lot of people, and you included, you're positive about it, but the main thing I'm seeing as their reasoning for being positive is the fact that last year when we got Russell Westbrook, we were 0-5. First
Yeah.
5 games, we were 0-5. But I'd like to tell everybody, Harden stands, Westbrook stands, whoever you stand, even if you're just a general NBA fan, it's a completely different situation.
Yeah.
This is nothing like the Westbrook situation because Russ came in, it was clear. He had to adjust to it, and that was it.
Yeah.
There were still flaws in the team, yes, but there was no clear flaw like the Clippers have right now. Harden coming to this team has thrown off the vibes and the rhythm we had beforehand, but even more so, look at it defensively, we have issues. That's what we get for trading all four power forwards, two defensive-minded power forwards, for a guy who doesn't defend. And PJ Tucker, he's a cool guy. I love his shoe collection. But on the court, all he does is, yes, he tries on defense. And maybe guys like Morris never did that. But this guy, Tucker, offensively stagnant, stands in the corner.
Yeah.
He hit his first three today. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
Every other three he's taken has
Yeah.
been short from the
Yeah.
right corner. But defensively, he fouls way too much. And it's clear fouls, and then he sits here crying over it.
Yeah.
Norm Powell, I'll give credit today. Much better defensively. He looked great on the catch and shoots, but
Yeah.
defensively, it's not really a thing we should be talking about because in that Mavs game, minus 35 plus minus.
Yeah.
And for Bones, out of the rotation. To me, it
Yeah.
was inevitable because we have too many guards, but
Yeah. It's the right move, but it sucks.
Bones looked fantastic for us pre-Harden. Another reason I was against the Harden trade because I
Yeah.
knew this would happen. But for a guy like Bones, it's really gutting just because looked great and he fits really well next to PG, Kawhi, and Russ due to the catch and shoot ability. So seeing him on the bench, not playing, it reminded me of the end of his Denver stint.
Yeah.
I will
I,
say,
I I was thinking that same thing today. I was thinking like that the Denver thing came up in my mind. It just sucks to see. He's
true
doing so well.
professional. True professional, though, unlike his good buddy Marcus Morris, not causing a scene on the bench. They cut to him. He was looked happy. He was energetic. He was trying to get us back in.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, though. One of Norm Powell or Bones is going to get traded at the deadline.
Yeah.
And I really hope it's not Bones, just for the fact that he's young. He's shown flashes of how good he can be.
Yeah.
Clippers have Nuggets on Tuesday, Rockets on Friday, and the Rockets have been sneaky good.
They're
So
on a 5-game win streak right now.
they've been sneaky good. So this is going to be a tough week for them. But then they
Yeah.
got 2 Spurs games the following week. So we'll see what happens with them.
Clippers bring it in. 5 seconds to go. Tie game. Seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win. Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
God, he got it! 1 second left. Clippers by 2.
The three for the tie. Oh my goodness. I don't believe